our way to become world famous. We want to give the customers an experience that they're either talk about later in that afternoon or never forget. We want them to come back more frequently, and we're excited about creating employees that can use these skills later on down the road.
Well, we're trying to develop a feeling here at Super Suds where the customers and our staff have a great feeling about themselves while they're here.
I think the biggest thing I bring to the table in the morning times when I get here is I always show up to work with a positive attitude. As soon as I step out of my truck, you know. For one, I figure if I have to be here for 10 hours, I might as well make the most of it, and I'll try to lead by example. In all my employee meetings I have, I try to bring that point up, but I also try to make my other employees lead by example to the other employees, kind of like a chain reaction, but I know that it all starts with me, and if I don't have a positive attitude, then the day's not going to go right.
Jason, he's always doing whatever he can to get us going in the morning. Very hypergetic person, which is a good thing here. I mean, it's great working here, man. It's almost like a family here.
Well, actually, I've been working here for 7 years. When I first came, you know, it was sort of like a routine thing. We came in, did the cars, and you know, we never really valued our customers. We never really made them feel at home. But now, you know, now we're sincere about it. When they come, you know, we make them feel good about being here. Sort of like what me and Jason do. You know, we kind of lead by example, so our employees could see us, and you know, they're like, and they want to do it too. So what we do is when the customers come up, we sort of like, you know, form a relationship with the customer, get to know the customer, especially the regular customers. Make them feel at home, joke with them, make them smile.
When customers first come up to the wash, of course, I greet them, I wave and say hello and smile.
I'm the first person that the customer sees when they drive into our establishment here. I like to make eye contact with the customer and let them know that they're welcome, that we're going to do everything we can to get the job done right and get it done in a timely manner.
I'm a greeter, and basically I'm the first person they see when they come to Super Suds, so I want to make their experience the most memorable and satisfying experience they have. And basically what I do when they come up, I like to acknowledge them, let them know that I'm here. I'd also like for them to feel very welcome.
When we have new hires, a lot of times it's the first job for a lot of employees, whether it be high school kids or college students, and whether they know it or not, once they accept the job, it is going to teach them lifelong skills. It's not going to leave them. It'll teach them great work ethic. I mean, it's a job that demands you to interact with customers, so they're learning customer service. I have a perfect example of how this job, a car wash, can change a person. We had a guy by the name of Tim, and he worked for us for about 6 years, and when we first hired him, he literally would not look anybody in the eye. He wouldn't talk to anybody. He would do what he was told, shake his head, but he wouldn't say a word. And once he was done, he would just sit on the curb and wait for something else to come along that he was supposed to be doing. And within 3 months, I would say, he became the most engaging employee that we had. You couldn't get him to be quiet. He wouldn't stop talking. And he'd just be bouncing off the walls, and he's actually probably the greatest employee that this car wash on Capitol Circle's ever had. And it was really fun just to watch him change from not having any confidence in himself whatsoever to now thinking he can go out and just accomplish anything he wants to.
What I try to do is make sure that my people know the importance of taking care of customers. Mainly because the cars they bring to us is a very important investment. It's one of the most important investments they can make next to their house. So if I can show my people how important it is to make that customer happy, this is a skill that they'll be able to bring on later in life in future professions.
One of the things I find most rewarding about this job is when I have an employee who has that fire, that will to succeed, to have fun at work while still caring about the customers and how the job is done well. And a great example of this is Victoria. She comes to work, she's ready to work, she makes work fun, tells jokes, goes that extra step to do the extra things, helping everybody else succeed.
I really just like working here because it's like a chance for us to show the customers that we actually care about them, and we can like talk to the customers, and it's not just a car we're working on, it's somebody's car, and Like I try to work on the cars how I would want someone to do my car.
If we can touch these customers' lives and show them that we care about them, it makes us a better person as well as we make that customer a little bit happier.
To listen to someone is not only mean to listen, but to understand. Not just hear them, but to listen and understand, you know, what their problem is. What's a good thing to do is kind of pull them to the side and ask them, you know, ask them to repeat themselves so they know that you're actually listening.
Whenever a customer comes on the lot, it's real important to make them feel special. We talk about the 5-foot rule. That's where if you become within 5 feet of a customer, speak to them, whether it's just saying hello or how you doing or something like that, but we want you to speak to them because I think it's important that the customer is going to begin to feel special. You first have to notice them, and within the 5-foot rule, probably 7 or 8 people will have noticed that customer by the time they leave here.
The 5-foot rule is really not a 5-foot rule. It's more like manners. It's your everyday manners. If somebody, it doesn't matter if they're a customer or if they're staff, if they come within 5 foot of you, just ask them, hey, how are you doing today? Is everything okay for you? Is there anything else we could do for you? Have a nice day. We really appreciate you coming in because we do. We appreciate our customers. And as far as the staff around here, just if they come in within 5 foot of you, say, hey, how are you doing? That's friendly. That's how you're supposed to be. Because everybody loves a friendly environment. You know, it makes you feel good inside. So it's pretty much mutual. If you're friendly to a customer, of course they're going to turn around and be friendly to you. And they're going to see that you're a friendly environment, so they're going to love to come back. And that's what we try to do around here.
When I go out to the store anywhere, I speak to the customer. It just throws effect out on everybody out in the public since we started the 5-foot rule. You know, like yesterday, I went to Walmart and I was 10 feet away from a woman and I wasn't even 5 feet. And I just said, hey ma'am, how you doing? How's your day? And I was just like, come to Super Suds. That's the best place to come. We have fun, you enjoy it. That's what the 5-foot rule is all about.
When our customers leave our lot, I want them to actually pick up a phone and call one of their friends or family members and say, you know, you won't believe how the guys at the car wash treated me today. They were just incredible.
When they leave, I want them to feel good. I want them to feel as if, you know, they did a good job. But not only that, but they make me feel comfortable. So they can tell the next person, you know, hey, you know, they have a good crew up there. Not only they do a good job, but they make us feel comfortable. You know, they're sincere about, you know, when they tell us, hey, come back and see us, they're actually sincere about it. You know, that's what I want the customers to feel when they leave.
We want them to feel welcome. We want them to feel like they can come back anytime. We want them to come back, definitely.
We want the customers to realize that we care for them no matter if their car costs $10,000 or whether it costs $100,000. We want to make sure that the service they get is done immaculately and make sure they leave satisfied.
When they leave here, I want them to feel like they've got the best for their money and that they are going to recommend us to their friends and their family and that we'll see them again.
We just want people to understand that we appreciate them coming in. And this is a friendly environment, so come and see us.
You know, we thank them for their business and we always tell them to come back and see us next week.
Bottom line is, when our customers leave, we'd like them to know that we care.
Super Suds Car Wash off Capitol Circle Northeast. Super Suds Car Wash got prices that can't be beat, so come on down and see us. If your car needs a scrub, we'll greet you with a smile and a helping hand here at Super Suds.